What's going on, guys? Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about another topic. But before I do that, I want to do just a quick review of a solar power utensil that I have here. It's the Sherpa. It's the Gold Zero Sherpa. And see right there, guys, it's charging. See that? It's charging. And if you come around, that is where it's charging from. So, guys, I'm a kind of guy that likes to live off the grid, and I'm slowly getting. I got a lot more Goal Zero stuff that I need to review, but this is just a quick overview of how that works. So, it's just basically a little charger. You could charge up your phone, tablet, stuff like that. So, but it's working perfectly fine. Very easy to use. So yeah, guys, check that out. All right, guys. So back to the topic at hand. So, what I want to talk about today, guys, is a topic that I've seen. Of course, my topics are centered around the black community because I'm black. So, just wanted to kind of briefly talk about something that's been in the news recently about a little girl that was shot at Walmart. A little black girl that was shot at Walmart. I'm sure you guys have seen that, what transpired in this whole case, in the news recently. But basically, I'll kind of give you an overview of what's going on. Is the little girl was in the car at Walmart, black girl's in the car at Walmart, and she was gunned down. And basically, at first, the reports came out saying that a white guy in the black community, they call it a white supremacist guy, came by and shot her up. So, we had all of our fake pro-black, Shaun King, Black Lives Matter movement. They were salivating at this, at this murder because it fit their narrative. They didn't care. Of course, they didn't care about the girl that got killed. They don't care about that, because if they cared about that, they would be, caring about all the other black kids that get killed, innocent black little kids that get killed. I think one that was in Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago, a little innocent girl got killed by a stray bullet or something like that. And of course, it was a black person, and they didn't. Of course, they didn't do anything. It was kind of like just in the local news. But anyway, this little girl gets killed, and they say that it was a white guy that did it. So they again, Black Lives Matter came to arms, and they were on the warpath of getting this white supremacist guy that supposedly did it, getting him to justice. All right. So, as we dig in the details later on, we find out that the story changed. And we find that it changes to, it's now supposedly some black guys that actually committed the murder. Now, they were Shaun King and the Black Lives Matter clowns were going to do a rally. They were going to do a march. They had already organized all of this stuff that they were going to do for this little girl that got shot. And first of all, this is a crying shame that this little girl got shot. My personal view is, I don't care who shot her. No one, anyone, they should be basically thrown under the jail. Under the jail. For, executed on the spot for this murder. So that's my stance. But anyway, they were going to do a rally and all of this stuff. for this little girl because it was a white supremacist that supposedly killed her. Then when the story comes to light, and they find out that it is a black guy, the media attention slowly starts to dwindle away. And of course, the CNNs and the MSNBCs that love this type of narrative of black people getting killed by they thrive off of that. Black people getting killed by white supremacists, they thrive off of that. That's their ratings. That is ratings gold for them. They slowly started to pull away from this. And the funny thing is, the rally that was supposed to go on and the protests and the march that was supposed to go on, they're not going. For some reason, for some strange reason that I don't know, there are going to be no more rallies and no more marches. So it just goes to show you that the Black Lives Matter crowd could care less about any black person that gets killed. The only thing they care about is who's doing the killing. And it's absolutely disgusting that we have to sit there and see this. And it just shows the just utter hypocrisy of these movements, And it shows that no one really, cares about, the black race at all. We don't care that we're getting murdered. We try to say that black on black crime is a myth. I had a guy at my job. Oh, he was a big pro-black conscious dude. He told me that black on black crime is a myth, man. He told me it's a myth. I said, man, won't you go and tell that to these mothers in the inner city, that somehow their son didn't get killed by a black person. Their son just hiding somewhere. Didn't get murdered. They just hiding. Boy, this smoke is really getting to me, guys. Hold on one second. Let me get this fire started again. Hang on. Right. Okay. So he told me it was a myth. And, if you go to a lot of these pro-black channels, they are going to tell you the same thing. Black on black crime, those statistics are actually, the numbers are fudged by white supremacy. And white supremacy is the one that's actually perpetuating this whole black on black crime and don't believe it and all of this stuff like that. I mean, technically, you're basically doing black on black crime, people that are actually getting murdered in these streets by other blacks, just justice, because now no one thinks that it's even a thing. So now it's basically like you have an epidemic that now people are saying, oh well, that's not really epidemic, but it is an epidemic. To me, it's not epidemic; it's actually genocide. But it's like you're having a genocide that's going on. That's people saying, well, it's not really going on, which thus hurts the black on black genocide than helps it, because if people are saying, well, it's not a real thing, it'll keep going on and on and on, and our numbers will keep going down and down, and then the black community say, oh well, it ain't really happening. So you basically that's helping the genocide of black on black crime. But it's just sad that how the black community is just pretty much just, I don't know. I mean, disregarded. I guess that's not even an accurate statement, but we're just disregarded in all sense, Another thing too I saw on the news is that there was a Democratic donor named Ed Buck, had 2 black guys killed in his house, and the media is just so quiet on that. So quiet on that. I mean, I saw it on a couple of different news channels, but can you imagine if it was the other way around? If it was the other way around. But the thing of it is with this a guy named Ed Buck, is that this guy is a Democratic donor. See, now can you imagine that this guy was a Republican? Can you imagine if this happened at Lindsey Graham's house? 2 black gay, because these guys were gay. 2 black gay guys die at Lindsey Graham's house or Mitch McConnell's house. Could you imagine? Or Mike Pence's house, or Trump's son's house. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine it? It'd be blood in the streets. But since it's a Democratic donor, well, ain't no biggie. We'll look into it. It just shows the hypocrisy when it comes to black life, and it also when it comes to an agenda. And this should clearly show you, anyone that's hearing my voice, show you that the liberal mainstream media only cares about when it's white against black to fit their narrative. They don't care about black people. They do not care about black people. They don't. And it just shows you how we are just pretty much disregarded, just like a freaking nasty menstrual rag, how they do us. They just disregard us. When it's not their agenda, when they found out that it was those guys, the black guys, everything stopped. Oh, let's talk about something else. But when it's a Mike Brown situation, oh man, we gonna march, we gonna burn it down, we gonna burn this whole down. And we gonna televise this, and we gonna bring we gonna do all of that. It's absolutely disgusting how they use us as pawns to fit their narrative. And you know what? We still falling for it. Oh, but Trump's a racist. The last time I checked, Trump just passed his second, since y'all want to call him a racist, are his policies racist? Now you can take comments and all that kind of stuff like that and say, oh, well, out of context, but are his policies racist? Well, I'll give you a prime example as far as helping black people. This guy just passed a second chance law, giving felonies a second chance. Now felonies have a right to vote. So that right there says a lot, because we have so many blacks in the criminal justice system. Just that alone, when you have felonies coming out of jail, black fellas coming out of jail, you feel hopeless. So technically, if you're hopeless and you can't get nowhere, you ain't given no rights, you feel like, what? Shoot, I ain't got no rights out here. I have more rights in jail. Now you get put back in the system for whatever reason. So, stuff like that to me is backwards. We as blacks, we are monolithic the way we think. We're told what to think. We're told how to think. We're told if you don't think like this, then, you're going to be demonized because you don't think like me. And I talked about this on the previous video, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And, wow, that smoke. I love the smoke, but yeah, and it's sad that we are in this situation where the media dictates how we think. The stinking media, And then you look at people like Don Lemon, talking about this guy talks about how the white man, he said the white man is actually what he said, the white man is is the biggest perpetuator of domestic terrorism and all of this stuff, and the white man is guilty. The biggest problem in our society is the white man. That's basically what he said, and you can go and look that up or whatever. But it's funny to me with Don Lemon's situation. He said the biggest threat to America is a white man. But look who he's sleeping with at night. This dude got a lily white boyfriend. But you telling everybody else the white man is the enemy. I don't know, folks. So, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, in the same vein, I wanted to kind of talk about, how we as blacks, people use us for all kind of stuff. Okay, we got this death over here, so we're going to use you for that. We're going to use you for this or whatever like that. And it's absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting how we're being used and how we're being pawns. So I just wanted to kind of like share that with you guys. This video isn't going to be long or anything like that, but it's just very disturbing how you got people like Shaun White. This guy ain't even freaking black. This guy got a white mama and a white daddy, but always coming up here talking about black issues, and blacks. And then how many times has this guy got caught in lies trying to perpetuate race stories? And the thing of it is that they say, oh, well, it's going to be a race war. Well, if you got guys like that perpetuating everything racist, what you expect to happen? I mean, everything he got on there is about whites against blacks. Oh, well, I got to retract that because, well, it didn't happen. Oh, well, that didn't happen. But now you've gotten to these weak black folks' mind. Oh, yeah, we being taken down by the white man. Oh, well, the story was a lie. It don't matter. They took that and it metastasizes and it grows and it festers in a lot of these weak-minded black people's brains that, yeah, I'm the enemy and all this kind of stuff like that. Another thing is that really bothers me is that I'm going to get some more, take you guys to get some more straw. What bothers me is that, hold on, let me close this thing because this cat might go in here and freaking spray. Yeah, man. He might go in here and spray. No, he ain't sprayed, but he might go in here and freaking spray. We can't have that. We cannot have that. No, sir. Okay. But yeah, it just shows you how it just shows you how you can tell us anything, we'll believe it, run with it, and that'll actually end up being our demise, which is troublesome. Because if black people thought individually and thought with the facts and looked at the facts, we would be in a better place. But we don't. We are group thinkers. We let people think for us. That's why we vote. That's why no matter what, we're going to always vote one way. And we always get the same result. And then we always get mad. Well, why is it like this? Why is it still like this? Well, it's like that because you don't think on your own. You're not a free thinker. And so therefore you have all of this stuff in the news where you can get manipulated. You can get manipulated by the Don Lemons. You can get manipulated by the Shaun Whites. You can get manipulated by the Rachel Dollazars. You can get manipulated by those people. But I'm the type of guy where I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker. I don't associate myself with any particular group. I don't. I don't let what people think about me dictate on how I think. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions about that, or if you like the commentary, please, guys, subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. You're more than welcome if you have any questions to ask or anything like that. Be more than welcome to leave those questions there, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, have a good one.